Good evening, Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com, and I want to just look at DOCUSign. Now, company reported earnings, and from what I saw, it seemed like earnings were actually good. They exceeded expectations, though not like to absolute, blowout numbers like we saw in, Zoom a couple days ago. But they were pretty good numbers. But after the kind of move that this thing has had, let me get back to DocuSign. After the kind of move it's had over the last year, this is a stock that just kind of didn't the earnings weren't good enough to push this stock even higher. Instead, it became a sell the news, like in other words, buy the anticipation, sell the event. And so you can look at this now and say, oh, okay, well, I want to buy the stock. This is a great opportunity. I would say this. I would say hold off on that. And this is why. Because you look at where the stock was back here, okay? And then you look at where the stock has been over the last 3 days, right? And then you have to look and say, all right, every single share that was sold here was bought by somebody, and they're really in pain, recent pain. Look at the volume here. This is huge, huge volume. So you've got all these buyers that are kind of trapped now, and they're not happy. Because it's like yesterday, today, the day before, and then they didn't sell. So you got a lot of people that are underwater, which means that if the stock does find some demand here, you're probably going to have plenty of supply, just happy to bang that bid and be selling into this. Also, what is the next catalyst? What's the reason for buying the stock right here, right now? Earnings have been released and the market's spoken. So it's not like the company's going to come out and restate their earnings and say, oh gosh, we screwed up. We actually made 1.2 trillion as opposed to, 1.2 billion or whatever it is. So you got to be aware of where you are in the news cycle. And right now, the news cycle is over on this. So let this stock settle out. I don't think it's done going up, but I think it's done going up for a while. So watch this stock, put it on your watch list, and then ultimately what you want to see is at some point, the stock's going to test this 50-day moving average, and that's when you want to look and see what it does there, because it could go there or it could continue to fall there. The first one would be known as a good thing. This would be known as a bad thing. And then even if the stock comes up here and then fails, that's when you're shorting it even. So, but right now, this is a stock that's had a nice pop, an understandable drop, and now we're just waiting for the next train. Okay, so anyway, that's all I got to say on DocuSign. Hope you're having a good week, though. Unless you're in cash, today probably wasn't the greatest day, but there will be better days. I can promise you that.